Good evening, everyone. System Chalk here with the 25th episode of Cultist Simulator, the Exile. Now, I got a lot on my plate right now, so I know I've been sort of threatening this constantly, but I've been having some difficulty getting the episodes recorded, and that's actually going to be very true for today. I'm recording this very late, and I also know that last week's episodes had some technical problems, and I apologize for that. So hopefully the technical problems will be set aside, but the problem I'm running into today is just there's stuff that I thought I was going to be caught up on, and I've fallen behind again, and work has actually been really tough lately. And I'm also conscious of the fact that I'm coming in a little foggy in terms of the playthrough, but I know we're in a fairly tight spot because I suspect trying to leave Leningrad, we're going to have to cross the wastes, and we don't really have the health to be able to do that. So what I think I'm going to be doing here is I will try to make sure that I'm recording, an episode in advance so that it can get done. But it is possible I may not be able to do an episode for this whole week. And again, it shouldn't be taking this long to get it done, but I wanted to just be upfront on that. I am doing my best to try and bring some order back into my life, but didn't turn out in this particular case. Now, I do also want to know where we are in terms of the playthrough. So we're picking up our items here. We'll have some money that I think we sent ahead. I can use this Reckoner Corpse to be able to clear out one of the wounds. And I think one of my plans was that I was going to... if I'm not mistaken, one of my plans was to try and earn some money, but it does seem to be troubled, so it may not be the case that I'm able to pick up a good site for working with my medical license, at which point maybe we just need to move ahead move ahead with the escape, although again taking my time to get the wounds healed would be good. So taking stock, we'll figure out what we've got inside of the we'll figure out what we've got in our inventory shortly. I know I will be able to knock down at least one of the wounds using the Reckoner Corpse, and if I can, I'd like to use the Tranquility to earn some money, but we don't know for sure. And then I suppose in the grand scheme of things, what I probably want to do is I want to see if I can buy something. And then we'll maybe take a look at what the financial situation is. I might try to earn some money. But other than that, I actually don't think there's a whole lot that I can do here other than try to heal. Anyways, enough delay. Shushkin, the Athenian, does indeed remember me. I'll buy you a prodigious funeral, he tells me delightedly. I have a plot picked out for you in the Tikvin. It's a little small, but I don't imagine your friends will leave very much of you. No, I insist. It's the least I can do. Alright, now, I guess the one good bit of news is that we do have Moth and Winter to help us out. And in fact, we can upgrade Dominicus right away. Maybe we won't do that because we've got 1 second left, but... excellent. The Course of the Heart. Alright. Whenever the Principle of Heart is implicated, I may gain vitality. Let's bring some order to the table first. Okay, 9 cash is definitely not something to worry about. It may be something, I don't know, to leave. I may want to I may want to have a little more comfort, but that's actually more than I thought I was going to have. Do we have anything? Okay, and then we can send discreet messages from Leningrad. If I run, it should run somewhere I have an old friend, or at least an old acquaintance. This allows you to find a place to flee to, but there's a small risk of traces. Worse, the Reckoners might get there before you. So we'll do that ahead of time. The main reason for this, again, it would be nice to get the medical credentials in play as quickly as I can, but honestly, I do need to see what I'm up against in terms of departures. We could also use the underworld connection. I think we could use that for counterfeit. So I'm not going to use Mysteries of the Force for Vitality yet, because the Course of the Heart is going to help us out. Okay, Fogfire Point doesn't really help me here. That's at the end of the map. On an icy promontory in northernmost Norway, a lonely lighthouse stands proudly with its back to the ocean. I think this might have actually been the first time I did a showdown with the foe, and I think it was also one where I died. Okay, what I want to do here is find the freshest wounds to heal with. I wish I remembered what the counterfeiting operation required. I remember there was moth, maybe some forge? I suppose I could also do the fight club. Alright. A dash across country. Yep, okay, that's a big indicator for me. So there are no other prospects for help in this region, and the roads and railways are too closely watched. My only chance is to strike out cross country. So we're not quite going to waste the location yet, but we do need to prepare for a long journey. So we'll see maybe if we can do something with the counterfeit. Also, Brave Dominicus. And the tranquility is pretty much gone at this point, so... Learn from my victory. Certain techniques can only be articulated in an enemy's blood. Alright. Dawn will earn me another tranquility. So I suppose where I'm at right now, if I were to do a dash across country... Actually, I guess it doesn't even cost... In this case, it doesn't cost money. Interesting. Alright. Well, in this case, waiting for the wounds seems to be the best way to handle things right now, right? If I'm going to be chased down, I'd rather be sort of forced from my position rather than... Experience is the best spice. I didn't really believe it until now. So yeah, I think the way that I'm going to do this is I'll heal what I can. Obviously the foe doesn't have any wounds, so leave that aside. I seem to recall the foe was immune to those. Clearly we have faith. Alright, so there's the first trace. In a pit, or I guess I need a location still for the fight. Okay, well there's the discreet office, so that is an opportunity for the medical practice. And I wouldn't normally run it, except that I may... Ooh, lucky. Course of the Heart, whenever the principle of the heart is implicated, I may gain vitality. So in this case here, I actually think it makes some sense for me to try and use this, just because the Course of the Heart is kind of helpful in terms of preparing me for my journey. So we're gonna... Ooh. start the doctor's practice. My treatments may not be quite what they seem, but my results are always excellent. So we'll add the Tranquility, the Venetian Mommet, and I guess that's all we really have for Grail right now. So maybe it would make some sense to add some of that Vitality as well, although I guess the Vitality only gives me the 1 point, so... Alright, well, we knew that was going to happen eventually. Okay, we're up to 10 Vitality. No, I still don't think that quite does what we need. I think I'm going to use my Underworld connection as well. This is probably a really stupid idea for me, to be honest. Okay, we're up to 11, but I need one more heart somewhere. Now, what I'll probably try and do here is just attack and kill the whatever Reckoner's coming after me. Alright, so in this case the Underworld connection helps. So we'll fire with the Profane weapon right away. Now we can use the Underworld connection to take them out. And in fact, we will... Nope, I'm going to avoid using Mysteries of Force. Maybe again. Ooh! A better looking rifle sits prosaically on a counter in an antique shop. So I want to use that opportunity when I can. Yes, so we're short the heart. Well, nothing I can do about it. Palpable hit. I've struck and faded back into the city. 2 wounds will kill most Reckoners, 4 wounds will kill an underboss. Okay, so that I'm actually pretty happy with. I think I'm still done for as far as the... Yeah, we needed a minute for that Vitality, so we were close. But I think the time has come for us to pick up that... We've used the Underworld connection, so at this point there's less reason... Ooh. Not quite enough. So the best I can do here would be to watch the sunset. Oh, 10 seconds? That might have just saved us. Tranquility just got us the drum unseized. Excellent. Okay, so we'll run one more investigation in Leningrad, and then we need to figure a way out. Delighted to see you looking so much better. My works are written in water. My works are written in water. You achieve 3 subtlety. You've not only avoided the risk of traces, but gained in obscurity. So. Couple things that I was doing here. So number 1, I want to take the existing Vitality and turn that repurpose Daston. Unexpectedly, here's a Buddhist temple with painted doors and stained glass windows, but the paint is peeling and most of the windows have been boarded up. A certain Red Army battalion commander has taken the place over, supposedly for storage, but those of us who know the passwords are permitted to join the stern ceremonies before the scarred face of the Buddha. Let's get ready to go. I don't have that much time. Like once the location is available, I only have about a minute to claim it. Okay, I'm gonna run with Leningrad one more time. So using the vitality is something I can do while I'm packing up. But I think we're in as good a shape as we can expect. Oh, well, there was the chance to do the counterfeiting, I suppose. Wait till I have the cash. Right, perhaps I need this cash more than I need this. Wait, so did we only just get the one? No, we couldn't have just gotten the one, because we bought the Lion Hunter's rifle, which I don't think I read, actually. An antique rifle incised with the 5-fold mark of the many-winged ones. 3 tainite iron balls, monster killers remain. Okay. So, now's the time to use the dash across country. Now again, this is going to cost us our health. However, we really only have one wound to worry about. We've got 474 seconds left on it. So, given the fact that we started this region on the verge of death, this is actually a good place for us to be. We're also up the Lion Hunter's rifle, so this wasn't all that bad of a trip, to be honest. This is a last resort. It'll be easier to track outside the safety of crowds. I don't know the lie of the land. I might easily die an undignified death. You can only take portable assets with you. Departure will end all ongoing Reckoner actions and remove all traces, but it will also abandon assets, locations, destinations, local contacts, and ongoing operations. So we start the preparations. I will lose this wound to the vitality, and I don't think there's anything else for us here. I'll not complain about getting more tranquility. The likelihood of us using this tranquility is low, but it's still worth giving it a shot. And we pursuer. I'm hoping that we don't need to worry about defending ourselves. I'm not going to pay for the underworld connection, for instance, but this is the time that always worries me the most, just because, you know, if they steal an asset at just the wrong point, I can lose something really valuable. It's unpleasant. Those are the ones that I'm usually the most worried about, if I'm completely honest. I feel bad I didn't talk a little bit more about Leningrad, but obviously we're in some trouble here. Alright, my pursuers, cautious or cowardly, are uncertain of their proof. They've done nothing yet. We're pretty much out of Leningrad now, but if we get another opportunity to get some tranquility, let's not turn it down. Tingling sensation on the back of my neck. Someone is looking for me. Reckoners have evidence that I'm here. They're summoning hope to smoke me out, but we're on our way out. Farewell. Now arrived where is an open question. I can't remember if they give an indicator on the map about where you are or not. So we're in the lonely places in between. There are always choices. I could die of thirst or cold or hunger. Few opportunities of any use, and you'll have to take whatever road onwards presents itself. Attempt to make contact with someone somewhere. If I run, I should run somewhere I have an old friend, or at least an old acquaintance. The wild or dangerous, you'll receive a wound each time you do this. So essentially, as long as it's not the map's edge, I'm going there. Alexandria. Alright. Setting of the Lady Afterwards. Back before the war, I was invited to the Invisible Serapeum in Alexandria. With luck, the invitation is still open. I gotta wonder what happens if you run out of money when you're in lonely places in between. So I think we, you know, 1 wound in exchange for escape from Leningrad. I think that's an okay deal. As expected, we've lost the tranquility here, but we're also going to be losing the wound. So I mean, other than the fact that this wound is pressure, I'd say we kind of netted out evenly. But also, we're up an obscurity, which is kind of nice. This is definitely a recovery round, and I'm reasonably happy with how that turned out. However, moving forward, I do want to start going for the kind of the premium building. So like the secluded villa to run the sanatorium. Time to go. Have I forgotten anything? Farewell. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to finish Alexandria tonight, but we'll give this a shot. So the Invisible Serapeum is invisible even from inside. I might already be considered to have entered it the moment I step off the boat. It'll be a while before I'm sure. So... send discreet messages. The Invisible Serapeum. The Serapeum is almost impossible to find even when you're already inside it. With an invitation, I have a better chance though. So I have a feeling I'm probably going to need knock or lantern right away. Now my lantern isn't all that strong. Let's start with the pages from the Book of Sun. Gorgeously illustrated manuscript pages ripped from the original binding to be sold separately. I don't know the language. Persian? Arabic? But somehow I can read the words in sufficiently bright light. A dispute between ours, a lineage concealed, a secret which shattered loyalties. Not much practical information, but there's something about the sounds that sharpens the soul. Istanbul is the next location. My old comrade-at-arms Kara Kemal has connections with the Black Arm remnants in Istanbul. Perhaps his name will open doors. Now that's troubled, so if I want to make some money, I need to do that here. Alright, we'll reconnoiter. This always has the danger of generating a trace, but I mean, we need to do something, right? And we're not guaranteed... We're really not guaranteed anything on this expedition. Okay, so they did want lantern or knock. I'm going to add the curio right away. The entrance is here somewhere. I just need to find it. We're not going to send money ahead quite yet because we're a bit short. If I can start generating money, then I'll send it ahead to Istanbul. That's going to help me with, well, there's a couple things it can help me with, but honestly, I should, I'll convert it into the tranquility. The city seeking opportunities. Sometimes this will create a trace. It's been a long time since I knew peace. This could be a fresh start. If I need, I got another 4 knock that I can throw into the expedition. Nice. All right. Purchase a mutilated manuscript. Actually, that may help me with the expedition, so that's a good opportunity to pick up, even though it will make me a little short on cash. Actually, hang on. I'm probably still going to buy this no matter what, but... Unwelcome memories. The mirrors and the walls flash and flash again, and I see myself in my days of service to the foe. What was done to me, and worse, what I did. Okay, so we either need 8 lantern, 8 winter, or 8 moth. So fortunately, Dominicus can help me here. Night deepens. I've used patience. But it does raise a question in terms of what else I'm going to find in there. Illumination. I've dissolved a darkness. I don't know if that was the right call or not, but... Okay, here's the sea, and we generated a trace, which means our time here is going to start running out. Nearly there. Alright, we are almost certainly going to have to spend the money. I now face an enigmatic ordeal. There are 2 ways through: understand everything or understand nothing. So I could try adding Zolfia, but I don't have the moth to bring it all the way home. So I'm really looking for a way to avoid buying this manuscript. So close. I'm gonna try one more time. If I get a lucky dawn, I'm good. And that's a worry too. Right. Same text as before. I've dissolved a darkness. So the problem here is we're down to 7 cash now. Safely away with my haul. Okay, so what we're going to do here real quick. I'm going to convert this into a tranquility. Serapeum peristasis. I've entered one of the outer elements of the invisible Serapeum, a sunny pillared porch of paradoxical size, where a certain Dr. Blackwood will offer me a seat and a glass of iced hibiscus tea. Ah. A conversation with Dr. Blackwood. You know that I've never approved of your career choices, she tells me, and I don't have much time for your choice of resignation method either, but I'm pleased to see you're parting ways with that scoundrel. I'm going to assume it was a moral decision in the end. And of course, you will have what little assistance I am permitted to offer. Okay, what do I do here? So one of the things that's tricky about this is... I guess if we add... Okay, our medical expertise here is limited, I'm afraid. If I were still at Hush House, it would be very different, but we do what we can. So we'll heal up to 3 wounds. Wow. Impressive. So we don't have the book... Oh! How many of these do we need? I've forgotten. I would assume 3, but yeah, clearly that's not happening here. Oh, this will be interesting. So if I give them the escape. Now that you come to mention it, yes, we do know a thing or two about avoiding unwanted attention. So the challenge here, of course, is that we've got someone coming after me right now, and so the tricky question is whether or not I'm going to be able to like, there's been a couple of times where we haven't done anything, and like, basically, in previous locations, when I've left it, I've either gotten something, or sometimes I just get the opportunity to do it again. So I think I'm gonna leave it empty, because if I can get up to 3 wounds from this, yeah, we'll leave this be. I can use the official connection if I'm in trouble. Nope. And actually, we're at the end of our time, so I'm going to stop recording now. I'm sorry to do so abruptly. Sorry, I was kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do with Dr. Blackwood. Let's see where we go here. I guess the question is, if this is the reward, I feel like I put a lot into trying to... Yeah, it is 3 pages. I feel like I put a lot into trying to get access to this location, so there might be something else for us. But again, the question is, am I willing to go after a follower at this point? If I get access to the location again, I will use it for the obscurity. But again, there's a challenge there, right? Because they are going to be coming after me, and I am going to have to I'm going to have to come up with the right balance in terms of how. Like, when do I trigger this relative to my exit to make sure that I don't get all my obscurity eaten up by attacking or the normal progress of the pursuit. But we'll figure that all out later. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry for a more scattered episode, but again, I've been having some trouble getting the recordings in. I will do my best moving forward, and we'll see you on Wednesday for the next episode. Take care.